treasures, lost and found. Recently, my grandmother died, and she was 95 years old, and she was a very integral part of raising me as a child. And I had the job of going back and through her things again, and in one of her drawers, I found a treasure full of stuff. Now, my grandmother kept a lot of things, and I had no idea what she had kept in the drawers, but she kept a lot of things, and I'm just going to pass them around so you can see them up close. One of them is a picture of me as a little boy in elementary school. I have a picture of my brothers and sisters and my grandmother. My grandmother's in the middle. And you'll see in the second picture that I give you, now you have to understand, this is my grandmother, all right? I was a teenager, and we were in the pool, and my grandmother is playing horse. She's sitting on my shoulders, playing horse with us in the pool.
Oh, that's special. I'm so glad she kept those. That is nice.
This is another picture of me and one of my roommate in college. Wow. So it's a treasure full of stuff. You would not believe what I found in there. Do you know what this is?
Baton.
This is my baton from running track at Randall's Island in high school. My grandmother saved my baton.
Grandmothers do.
All right.
This is my diploma from graduating 8th grade. This is my diploma from graduating eighth grade.
Yep.
Amazing. School pictures.
This is a card, my varsity letter that I got in high school. When I went to two high schools. I went to Sheepshead Bay and I went to North Andover High School. So in Massachusetts, that's right. So I got a varsity letter in high school, and that's the card commemorating that. But one of the most important things that I found in here. Here's a couple of honor certificates I got in elementary school.
Say 1924?
He's so bad.
But what I really could not believe was that my grandmother saved my report cards.
Oh, wow.
I got report cards here from public school, from 7th grade, 5th grade. And it's unbelievable to be able to sit down and read some of these things and what the teacher has to say about me. And
what did the teacher say?
oh, honey, please. So a number of them, would say, oh, Kevin really has a lot of potential, but he needs to work harder. And Kevin would likes to talk a lot in class.
No way.
Right?
No.
Who would believe that, right?
I don't believe that.
But he needs to pay attention. But it's funny that a number of the card shows that there was a reoccurring theme every year. Kevin worked hard, but he could work harder. And Kevin likes to talk a lot. And if I had known then what I know now, I would have started public speaking back then. Who would know what I've been able to accomplish by now?
You made up for lost time, baby.
But yeah, but see, you don't understand. When I was in preschool, they suspended me for talking too much.
You were given table topics.
This has been right, yes. This has been a reoccurring theme every year, and no one was able to identify it as a talent, as a strength. They were all looking at it as a weakness.
Maybe you should become a teacher and spot those youths with that talent.
That is a good idea. Better than that, maybe I, in my speaking business, go around and speak to teachers so that they can spot that goal in others. Because in reality, that's what it is that we need to do. We need to work on our strengths and not on our weaknesses. And throughout all of this stuff that I have here, it all highlights things that I love, things that I enjoy doing, things that I was successful at. But unbeknownst to me and unbeknownst to my teachers, they were not things that they had me focus on. So I think that as we go out into the world and speak to people, as we touch other people's lives, as we have children or nephews or nieces, or even the child on the street, to have the opportunity to go and speak to those people, look at what those things that they do that are their strengths, and reinforce that with them. Because as a society, we're not really focused on being able to do that. And once we are, we will place in those people's lives the opportunity and the encouragement for them to build on those things that they are going to be more successful at, and they will be more successful than we were in our lives.
Would you say you'd be mentoring the teachers then?
Yes, I would be providing a mentorship for them and allowing them to look at the children and not putting everybody in the same box, but look at them in their own particular gifts, realizing what those gifts are, and not expecting everybody to conform to what you want everybody else to do, but to accept those gifts with it, wherever they are, and then take advantage of the opportunity of expanding upon those gifts. So you may have a kid that likes to talk like me, then place that person in a position to talk. You may have a kid that likes to be quiet and plan things like Abel. Allow that child to do that. Don't make Abel talk. Don't make me plan.